Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so sorry that I haven't been on YouTube this week. I'm going to explain to you guys why. This is going to be a really hard video to make. So the first part of this video isn't going to be sad, but there is some sad news coming. So if you don't want to hear the sad news, you can click out of the video now. But if you want to hear what happened, stick around. But you'll probably already know what the sad news is by the title of the video. So in case you guys can't tell, I'm in Tasmania at the moment visiting my family for my sister's 21st birthday. I'm in her room recording right now because the lighting is better in here. So I was too busy to film on the Tuesday because I was packing to come down on the Wednesday. I had really tried to get a video on Tuesday, but I just ran out of time. So I thought I would make it up to you guys and post 2 videos at the end of this week. But that didn't happen. Now we're moving on to the sad part of this video as to why I've been like absent from YouTube a bit and social media in general. Sorry, I need a minute. I'm trying really hard not to cry, but I'm already emotional, so we're probably gonna end up there. Oh no, tears. Oh. Okay. So when I arrived on Wednesday, my parents' dog, who we got when I was 15, he wasn't well, and he hasn't really been well for a few months, but just over the last few weeks he started getting sick. Not eating his food over the last few days. How sick he got was very unexpected. We knew that he was sick, but we thought that that was just his old age. But on the day that I arrived, he wasn't himself. Normally he would be barking and coming up to greet you and jumping on you. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It is like losing a family member. So pretty much as soon as I arrived, we took him to the vet and she examined him and took his temperature, and she said it's either one of 2 things. And she said, but I'm expecting the worst with him because of his symptoms and everything. So she said it could be just a case of doggy gastro, so like just a vomiting bug like us humans get. But she said because he didn't have a fever or anything, that it was probably more likely that he had some disease or like a cancer or something. But yeah, she said that they would have to do blood tests to do that, to see if it was a disease. And she said anything that she was going to be testing for, it wasn't going to be good or something that he could recover from without going through lots and lots of treatments. So the vet didn't want to do the blood tests in case it was just like a gastro, because they are expensive. So she gave him some anti-nausea medications. Yeah, that was awful, trying to get them down his throat. So yeah, they gave us some medications and we were giving them to him. He was very reluctant until the end. He never liked taking pills. What dog does? So we gave him the medications and she said in 48 hours we'll see how he's doing. And if he's not better by then, it's gonna be more serious stuff. She said he'll be better by then if it's just gastro. So, yeah, we gave him his pills and she said try and feed him, but he still wasn't eating. He wasn't eating his food, which is very unlike him. So yeah, he wouldn't touch his food, and the only thing he would do was drink water. And then this was on Wednesday, and yesterday was Thursday, and we had him drinking water even though he wasn't eating any food. We put some stock into some water so that at least he would have some food in him. And at first he did take the stock, he did lick it up like with the water, lapped it up, but then eventually he stopped even that, and he stopped drinking his water. And last night he just got really sick. He was just so uncomfortable. He wouldn't lay down in his bed for too long, and he kept on coming over to us and leaning up against our legs. And he was walking like an old man because he just, yeah, was so sick. So we knew last night that we might have to put him down today, and we were preparing for that. But at the same time, nobody wants to lose their dog, and he was only 7 years old. So he was quite young, although his breed is generally only lives to 10 years, so we would have only had probably a couple more years. But we were preparing for it because we knew that maybe he wasn't going to get better. But I was still holding out hope that maybe he was gonna get better. Maybe just by some miracle he was going to get better. But he didn't get better. This morning I woke up about 6 o'clock and he was up walking around. He could hardly walk, and he was all stiff, and he would just look so uncomfortable. So at 6:30, about half an hour after I had woken up, he had his first seizure, and my brother and I were out there in the lounge room with him in front of the fire, and we went and got Mum, and she came back and sat with us, and then my sister woke up. But yeah, he started having these seizures at 6:30 in the morning, and he died at 8:40 a.m. And in that space of time, he had 26 seizures. 26. Oh my goodness. I just felt so bad for him because he was having these seizures. And we weren't due to go to the vet. The vet wasn't open yet, so we couldn't take him. The 48 hours wasn't meant to be up until midday today, and now I'm filming this video 48 hours later. I'm filming this video. I mean, he would have been getting put down now anyway, because he wasn't better. But I so wanted him to get better. I know that it's just a part of life, and dogs don't outlive humans, and we have lost pets before, but just not in this way. And like, seeing him suffer so much with every seizure, and he seemed like he was in so much pain. But even though, like, we knew that he was probably gonna die today, and we definitely knew this morning that he wasn't well, Seeing him have the seizures and die that way was horrible. I just would have rathered him just stay just weak and, you know, sick until we could get him to the vet and have him put down with the needle that they use. It would have been such a less painful, less stressful way for him to go. But instead we had to watch him have these seizures and watch him suffer, and you just don't want to see your pets suffering. And even though we knew that he was dying, that these seizures were the end for him, he didn't know what was going on. He didn't even know why he was feeling so sick. He didn't know. We just had to tell him that he's okay, even though he wasn't gonna be okay. He's a dog. You can't explain to him what's happening to him. Anyways, guys, I'm a blubbery mess. I probably shouldn't be filming this right now. I probably should have waited a bit, but I've been so absent from YouTube, I needed to upload something. So guys, I will be uploading another video soon. It will be happier than this one. I know I was going to have to tell you guys about little Pierre's passing, whether it was later or now. Anyway, I'm kind of glad that I was down here when it did happen, because I live in another state. Growing up, a lot of my teenage years, he was like my little friend, because a lot of tough things happened, and he was just this cute little fluffy ball that was always there for a cuddle. Growing up, I was really scared of dogs. Like, I would claw my mum and dad's legs to get away from dogs. Like, I would scream. I was terrified of dogs. And we had other dogs. The first dog we had, I didn't really go near him because I was scared of him. And mum and dad brought him to try and get me used to dogs. And so that we had a family pet. And then we had another dog, and he died of a snake bite. We weren't around when that happened. We had gone out, and when we went to feed him, we found him hiding. That's what dogs do when they're dying. They go away and hide. I'm not sure if little Pierre knew that he was dying, but he was coming up to us and leaning on us, which was unlike him to do that. Like, he'll come and sit at our feet, but it was like he was trying to tell us, I don't feel good, and he was probably confused as to why we couldn't make him feel better. But our Jack Russell that got bitten by the snake, I was scared of him too. And then we got Pierre. He was our very first puppy that we'd ever had, because the other two dogs that we had, we got when they were older, so they were bigger dogs. They weren't puppies. We didn't train them or get used to them as puppies. So Pierre was a puppy, and I got used to him and cuddling him, and he would sleep on me. So Pierre actually made me like a huge dog lover. And I remember when he was a puppy, it was back in the days, embarrassing days, teenage days, young teenager days, where Facebook, I'd only just got it, and I was posting non-stop about this puppy and how much I love this puppy. And teenage years are really tough too, so yeah, he was a really important part of my life, and we are going to miss him so much. Already going around the house and we can see his toys, and going out into the laundry where he slept and seeing his bed there. It's really, really hard. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching, if you're still watching. Everybody has always been so supportive And I thank you all so much for being here for me through everything, through the IVF, and I just can't thank you guys enough. Anyway guys, I'll see you all in the next video. It'll be a much happier video. Thank you so much for watching. Here is a little memorial video of Pierre, some photos and videos. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.
Yeah, you have a present. Peppy. Peppy. Hey, Peppy. Look, another present. Oh, you excited. You're excited about this one. Bye-bye, Peppy. I miss you. There you go. What's in the present? What's in the present? Yeah, open it. What's this? It goes around your fluffy neck. Oh, what's this? It's not too loose. I think it might be a tad loose. Hey, hey. Wait, mister.